And that's lovely, Catherine. That is the idea, to have a deeper, more meaningful introduction. And there's never enough time, right, when you meet new people. So yeah, thank you for that. Is there anybody else who would love to share? Was there anything that came up that was unexpected, maybe, or different? I see Natasha. So Natasha, maybe you're writing in the chat. Maybe you want to share it?
Erica, I did listen from Marilyn. She has really beautiful story.
Sorry, I'm hearing two things at the same time. So I saw a chat of Natasha that I wanted to ask her to share, and then somebody else referred to somebody.
I referred Marilyn. She has really beautiful story.
Great. Okay, Dayon, thanks for that. So Natasha,
No, mine was just kind of.
We start with you, and then we go to Marilyn.
Yeah. Same kind of along with Catherine. I think these questions, Erica, I love that you brought them into our space. And they are really beautiful and meaningful and deep. And it's just not enough time to really hear from everyone and connect on that deeper level. Yeah, like maybe it could have been just one question, or just like even just the nature question, but trying to like squeeze everything in. So that's the only thing. It was still beautiful, but I think there could be a lot more time if you really wanted to spend on these questions. So yeah, I pass it to Marilyn for your story.
Thank you.
I think I know what you're referring to. I'm not 100% sure, but when we talked about our ancestors and nature, I just said that I feel very much connected to my home country at the moment, which is a nice feeling because I can really feel deep roots here. And I think through traveling, sometimes it brings you back to really your roots and where you feel truly at home. And I think through those questions, I just had that realization, what a privilege and what a blessing it is to also feel so home in my home country at the moment. So that's something that came up.
That is beautiful. Thank you. And what is your home country?
Germany.
It is Germany. That is your home country. Yeah, wonderful, beautiful. Okay, I see Jesus. Maybe you're the last to share, and then we move on. Please share, Jesus. The floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to share that these parameters that you gave us to introduce ourselves are very, not only profound, it's also like a very holistic way of knowing us. So what I noticed is that in a very short time, we made a very profound connection, because it's also like going into the earth, from the earth, sharing from that point. It's so profound, and it was incredible. Of course, there wasn't enough time. So, but thank you. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you, Ana Maria.
Thank you so much, Jesus. And I love the comparison you make to the earth and to the ground. Phoebe Tikal, who some of you may know, is connected to the IDGs, and she does this amazing work. And she gave a workshop 2 weeks ago where she came with this, and people loved it. And I can assure you, then as well as now, there was not enough time. So there's never enough time, you know, when you go deep. Anyway, without further ado, I'll hand over now to the Eco Hub Compasivo e Regenerativo. They have 5 people here today. Magda will start, and then there's Paco, and there is Andrea, and there is Leticia, and maybe I'm missing someone. You are also, Jesus, you also? No.
Well, not exactly, but yes, I am related very profound with them. Yes.
Right. Great. Okay. Well, anyway, they're going to lead us through what they work with, and Magda is going to start with a meditation. So yes, I'm really looking forward to it too. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Hello, everyone. First, we want to extend our thanks to Erica and the team from the IDG Dialogues for this invitation. We're truly honored to share our journey in the Eco Hub, the Liderazgo Compasivo y Regenerativo. So to begin with, I would like...
I think the
That's
network is
internet
breaking.
not working.
Is
Yeah.
there someone who can take maybe over from the group?
Sure. Magda, are you back?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back.
Your internet is
Can you hear me
disabled.
now?
Yeah, we
I don't
can
know
hear
what
you now.
happened.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I was inviting you to find a comfortable position. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So find a comfortable position, and then you can close your eyes. You can bring your feet on the air, and just take a couple of deep breaths. If you feel comfortable, close the eyes or keep the eyes open. Inhaling deeply through your nose, feeling the air, and exhale, get through your mouth, releasing any tension. And just repeat this a few times, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Bringing your mind and body in a state of calmness. And as you continue to breathe deeply, imagine the people who are part of your community, who are the individuals that support you and who you support in return. And just visualize their faces, feel the presence around you, offering you comfort and strength. And then picture a warm, glowing light at the center of your chest. That light represents your energy, your spirit. And as you breathe in, imagine this light growing brighter and expanding outward. And when you exhale, envision this light connecting with the lives of others in your community, and this community forming a web of connection and support. And now think of a recent moment with someone in your community helped you. How did it make you feel? And consider a time when you offer support to someone else. What was the impact of your actions when you were helping? And then take a moment to express gratitude for your community. What are you most thankful for in your connection with others? And thank each person in your mind. And then set an intention for how you will contribute to your community moving forward. How can you offer support? How can you help these connections to grow? And what actions can you take to nurture and sustain that sense of community? And now take a couple of deep breaths. Feel that grounding presence of your community, knowing that you're never alone. And you can slowly open your eyes. And you feel you can stretch your body. Thank you for joining. And now I would like to turn it over to my colleague Paco, that's going to tell us more about the IDG Hub.
Thanks, Magda. And hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit the story of the IDG Hub. That, as the executive summary, we are a hub created by several hubs that we are doing together some gatherings to practice the IDGs, no? To embrace the IDGs and to embody the IDGs. That is the short version. But Yeah, as we practice, and I have not a lot of time, I invite you to close your eyes. We are going to do a visualization to explain what is the Eco Hub. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, relax, smile, and imagine a beautiful place nestled with the heart of nature, where lush greenery meets the horizon and the sky is a canvas of vibrant colors at sunrise. This is the Eco Hub Compasivo Regenerativo, a sanctuary where we gather for nurture our souls and the planet. In this serene setting, feel the warm sun on your face, the gentle breeze carrying whispers of ancient wisdom, and the earth beneath your feet, grounding you in the present moment. Here, every member is a facilitator and a leader, united by a shared vision of regeneration, compassion, and holistic growth. Visualize our diverse community, each person a unique thread in the tapestry of our collective journey. We come together, inspired by the inner development goals, to foster resilience, sustainability, and interconnectedness. In this space, we celebrate our encounters, reflect on our progress, and support each other's growth with open hearts and minds. As you open your eyes, carry with you the essence of this vision, a commitment to living harmoniously with nature and each other, transforming challenges into opportunities and co-creating a thriving, compassionate world. And we have prepared a poem as well. In a cradle of nature's embrace, where earth and sky tenderly trace, we gather with hearts open wide. In our Eco Hub, where love abides. Beneath the sun's golden kiss and the moon's gentle celestial bliss, we plant seeds of hope and care, nurturing dreams in the sacred air. With every step on fertile ground, our spirits lift, our voices sound, a chorus of unity profound and bright, guided by compassion's light. Here, each soul is a leader, a guide. In this haven where we all reside, we weave our stories, strong and free, in the tapestry of our destiny. Together, we rise, regenerate, and grow. With hearts aflame and spirits aglow, in the Eco Hub, our shared vision unfolds, creating a compassionate, regenerative world.
Wow, that is so beautiful, Paco. Could you put the last bit in the chat, maybe? That's amazing.
Yeah, maybe we can have it in a written form to share to all. I think
Absolutely,
later.
in the mail is fine as well. Yeah,
it'd be really nice to get.
I want to do it justice because it was so beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Profound.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then, well, we do all in a collaborative way, no? And that's why we are several speakers today. And then, I don't know, we have Florencia now, or Leticia, is you now? I think it's your turn.
It's Florencia.
Florencia.
Florencia, are you with us?
I think Florencia is not here. So
Leticia, you want to start?
Erika said there was one missing.
Yes.
Leticia, if you want,
go ahead.
Okay, I can do it. Well, I'm going to share a little game with you just to try to recreate some of the things we do when we meet. And one of the things, as Paco said, we do is giving each other the opportunity to be a facilitator, because we all feel there is wisdom in every eye, in every life. And now the game, it's about this this framework you know very well. Let me see if I can share with you. Please let me know when you are.
See it.
When you see it. Okay. Well, Florence is not here, but I'm going to say something very fast. These are all the participant hubs in our macro hub, in our eco hub. And we come from many places in Spain and South America. And this is a very magic thing because there is wisdom from everywhere. It's like cooking, you know, when you put so many ingredients and you cook something that is very tasteful. And well, this is part of
Could you share it a
Paco.
little bigger, maybe, Leticia, then we can see it better.
Okay.
Because we see the presenter mode, but not the presentation mode.
Exactly. Thanks, Sebastian.
Do that there.
Let
And
me...
not the bottom, but that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
That's great.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was a part of my friend Florencia, but mostly what she's saying here is that we want to go beyond sustainability and we want to nurture this holistic nature of what an ecosystem is. And we have some values we share passion, compassion, presence, conscious leadership, resilience. And I like a lot this word that Paco brought to us, the regenerative culture, because we think we are also participants of what is needed to create life around us. So going back to the game, we are going to share, because this is something that emerged when we were preparing for this dialogue with you. This game is very simple. And what I want to invite you there, trying to evoke this connection that Paco brought with the poem. Take a look to this framework that maybe most of us have seen a lot. And for some seconds, choose one or two the skills that have been most useful to you. And let it resonate. It is very important that it doesn't come only from the mind, you know, this rational part. It is also has to resonate in you. So when you're ready, you choose two of them. Remember how they can be written. I give you a little time for that. Silence also helps. And now, maybe you are familiar with this tool. I'm going to share with you in the chat. Oh. I don't know if most of you can scan the QR. Would you like me to send the link directly to the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay. Sorry, I cannot do both at the same time, so I have to share.
I have shared it.
I've seen already answers coming. Here's a link if anybody needs it.
Could you share the screen of the Menti, Leticia, so that we see it building up?
I will, but I don't wanna make a spoiler yet.
Okay.
I'm going to look for the screen so you can see the results. I don't know if we're ready. How many people are we today?
27 or 24 in meanwhile.
I'm wondering, maybe we have to enter 2 words, so maybe that's the reason why we have 39 responses.
Exactly. Well, we see something very interesting here happening as we all share the skills that have been more useful to us. Well, I think all of them are very, very important, and all of them have their place, but it is a reflection of this collective need. And this is something that we have shared in IDG Hub. There is a collective beat. And this cloud brings us today this voice that tells us a big word in the center called presence, as the skill that may be the key for others, because only starting with us, we can start then later being ready to connect with others, with the world around us. And there is also, I like to see the big words and the smaller. In the smaller, we see, for example, open mindset. That is something that we also have seen as important. When you have a very diverse cultural background, it's very important, and that is something that we cherish about the IDG framework, that is so open to see the value of every culture, and that there is more than one way to get to the places. And we also, I also see here, for example, long-term orientation, because we also have to think, and that is part of the regenerative thought, that we are today putting in the soil the seeds of what is going to be seen in the future generations. So it is also very beautiful to have this mind, like feeling the ancestor, a permanent ancestor. So, well, I could say a lot of things about this voice that has emerged. I just wanted you to see that maybe we are resonating in a very nice and very profound way. And then we can share this along with the poem. I want to give the opportunity to share to my friend who is here, Andrea, that has a very beautiful talent that is sharing with us today.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I would like to share that in this space, we all have space to be who we are, how we do things, and that is something that is extremely valuable, especially in the areas where we live, to have a space to be who we really are. And considering that, what I want to share is something that I have learned in the U theory from Calvi Bird, that is called generative scribing. And it's something I do while people talk. And it is a drawing. And I want to invite you to look at it and stay one moment resonating with the image. And of everything that we have said about our have, about the space that we have created thanks to the IDGs. And I want to take the subtitles because they are okay, so they get out of the way. And this is my perspective of what we have talked about. So I leave it to you to resonate just one moment. And with the prompts, what do I see? What do I feel? And what do I sense? I want to invite you to write in the chat to say, what do you see? What do you feel? And what do you sense while looking at it? I see color, I feel curiosity, and I sense unfolding. I see connection, wildness. I see movement, I feel possibility. I see value at looking, sorry, it's going too quickly. I see value at looking at other people's drawing as they are interpretations of their world. It invites empathy. I feel happy to be here with you. Diversity, force, dynamics. Connection and lightness. I feel alive. Lots of love. Source connection, growth. I see future. I feel future. I feel connection. And as in my drawing, that is just my perspective, each of you in my drawing sees something that is part of the picture we have built together with you. So we really want to be thankful for the space. And I don't know if there's time for questions or anything.
Yeah.
How is the timing going?
Thank you for that, Andrea. We are over time, 10 minutes, but I loved every second of it, and I guess that most of you do because I see smiling faces all around. Yes, let's have some time for Q&A. Let's do that 10 minutes, and we'll just have shorter breakouts. That's how it is. But let's open the floor for Q&A to these beautiful 4 people who have brought us the wisdom of 5 people and who have opened our hearts, I think. And let's do this popcorn style. So anybody who has a question, please feel free and ask.
Catherine is raising your hand, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, my heart feels so open and spacious, and I really love your approach and the space you cultivated in the short time we had. Thank you so much for sharing. And I really like your collaborative approach and creating a space where everyone is a facilitator, everyone is a leader. And so I have a couple of pragmatic questions as leader of the Co-Inspire Hub here on Vancouver Island. First, like your meeting agenda. What do you do? How do you set it up so that everyone shares and organize that? And then second, what platforms do you use between meetings? Like WhatsApp? I've been on and off House Space. I don't know if that's, but how do you connect and how do you share leadership?
Can I,
I don't know.
Catherine, can I just intervene here for a second? Catherine, I love this question, and I think that may be a question quite a few people are holding here. Maybe that would be an excellent question for a breakout room where there could be more people and a deeper conversation. Would that be a good idea? Yes, I see Paco saying yes. Let's do that. Let's make Sebastian. Let's make one breakout room and say and call this. Well, how do you create this scene? Actually, basically, that's what I was hearing. How do you create the agenda? How do you enable everybody to be leaders? How do you right? Am I capturing your question, Catherine? Wonderful, thanks. And And maybe just to mention to you, if there are bigger questions, the way we usually work is that when there are big questions, we try and create breakout rooms around it to have more space for a deeper conversation around that. So that's why I'm suggesting that. Yeah, thank you. Who has another question?
I have one. Hello, it's Cristina from Castilla Natura from Spain. My question is how you reach out to new members. I mean, how you do about, yeah, who is in this group? Is this like a fixed number, or you try to, is your expectation to reach out to more people, and what is your criteria, if any?
Sounds like another big question, right? Yeah. Are there more people interested in this question? Can you raise hands? Show of hands? One person or two. Jesus, did I see your hand as well or not? Yeah. If there's one person, maybe you answer. Maybe some of you can answer it now.
I think it had been very organic, you know, because what we do is like all the coordinators bring people they know, and then we have the in group, so people is like getting in, and every time like we have an event, more people come in. We don't send newsletter, or it's like it has been very organic and natural. I don't know if someone else wants to say something.
Yeah, something that we do, we prepare the event, and in all our different channels, obviously in our communities, no, and our own hubs, we promote the event, and then social media and every single place where they allow us to share it. And yeah, and it is open to everyone. So yeah, there's no restriction. And this part maybe answering the other question. So we have a WhatsApp group and a LinkedIn page, a LinkedIn group as well, and that's it. So people are joining there. We are promoting our events there, and social media, mainly. Well, depending on everyone, no? All the group in the coordination is sharing in different places. We share in our groups, and then the snowball effect is happening sometimes, and that's it.
I would like to share that in the coordinators group, everybody's welcome who would like to be a coordinator. It's like, okay, who wants to be a coordinator, get into this group, WhatsApp group. And then whenever we organize an event, say, okay, who wants to do what? And we make together the agenda, and the who does, anybody who feels comfortable leads. So it's a huge group. There are lots of people, but very few actually hold the spaces. But it's organic. Those who can are there, and those who can't are not there, and it's perfect. So there's no judgment, there's no right or wrong. It's very, very organic, as Magda said.
Expectations.
Maybe one question. I think you are a community that is being present in very different countries and locations. Do these communities, these local communities, have local events as well, so that you leverage from each other local events and just do something local where everyone is leveraging from? I see a...
Yeah,
okay.
every single hub, they have their own life, and they do the local events, and there are some hubs that are international as well. So yeah, it has its own dynamic, no? It is, and it's a different way. Not all the members of those hubs are part of the hub, the Eco Hub, but they all are invited. So, and they go and come, and it's a continuous flow and movement of people there. No? So yeah.
And
we're learning by doing. No, sorry, Estrella, you wanted to say something. We're learning by doing. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to say that our hub in Argentina, we got inspired in this Eco Hub and started doing these kind of things, but in person. So we also learn how to adapt the activities and the time that is needed also to share. And we also share leadership, and we have been learning how to open to others. And it has been very beautiful because the seed was something that we experienced being part of this Eco Hub.
And I think most of us, we started to do or concentrate more energy in the Eco Hub, and eventually, as Leticia mentioned, started to do our own thing in our hubs, because this requires time too. So we're learning through the Eco Hub as well to do our own things and get inspiration from this, these different approaches and perspectives. No, that's what we're trying to do, but very organic.
Yeah, and
it's interesting to hear that you have different parts of the world joining, but not everybody of those hubs actually. So it's like you're interweaving already in between those hubs, like a dove, like a pigeon nest, where pigeons fly in and out, and you cross-fertilize other pigeons, and then beautiful.
Yeah, and I would like to quote Otto Scharmer. I think our hubs are islands of coherence, and each of us in our own island of coherence, in a different level of evolution, gets inspired and realizes we're not alone, and allows space to grow and to learn from the others. I feel that's how we work, as islands of coherence.
Yeah, I love that, Andrea. It's a quote by Ilya Prigozhin, a scientist, a physicist, but it's a most wonderful quote, because I think that we at the IDG in general are this island of coherence, right? All of us. That's beautiful. I am aware of the time, because I'm trying to keep a bit of the time, and we are close to 5 now. If we were to have breakouts at all, we would have very limited time. So there's also an option to just continue the Q&A if there are more questions. Klaus is nodding. Yeah, because we are running over time now, and I think maybe we'll just have the discussion here. So then maybe we can go back to the first question that Catherine asked, and asked about how you bring this beautiful energy in, and how do you create your agenda and and your approach.
Well, there was we're moving by stages, I will say. No, and at the beginning we did the first event, covering all the different dimensions, just to start moving this and inviting people to participate, and inviting coordinators and other members of the hubs to join this initiative. That was at the beginning. Then we did a whole journey around each of the dimensions, practicing skills from some of the skills. And when we do that, it is what Andrea was mentioning. So, but we are going to create an event of being, then, well, who wants to participate, who and in what way? How are you going to do this skill? That was the second phase. We did the whole journey, and then at this stage we are creating different events. Now we started with the IDGs for peace. So basically creating an event, and we invited some external organizations as the World Happiness Foundation and Ashoka to be there with some speakers, and we were managing some practices and some different actions, like while bringing some characters, or people that were representing the inner development and also peace. So, well, you can imagine some of the names there. Gandhi appeared there, Martin Luther King, Thich Nhat Hanh, etc. So, but that is always emergent, and if some people call for a new event for let's say, regeneration as one of our topics, or for compassion. Well, someone suggests that topic, and the idea is that, well, more people are going to join that initiative, and we were trying to do this in a month or a month and a half basis, and that's how we are moving. Once that we have the agenda, we invite in our main groups, and we start promoting everywhere. And that promotion is also part of sending those messages as well, because we include quotes or poetry or drawings or images also on this topic. So it's not only that event, it's also, well, that journey, no? That is helping us to move forward and share what we want to share.
Sounds beautiful, Paco. Now, you mentioned peace. Do you know Ben Bowler of okay, good. Because
Yeah,
he would be an interesting source.
In
right?
Ibiza, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Okay, the next question, I think maybe, what platform do you use between the meetings to coordinate all your activities? That is really interesting, because we're also sometimes struggling with that still. So how you do that, I think.
WhatsApp, basically. We have a WhatsApp group, and we just write whenever we want. You just say, okay, let's do this. And then eventually people start to answer, and then we do like a poll for dates in the WhatsApp group, and then we start to build a presentation in Canvas, and just like this. Not everybody's like into it. So far, this is how we have been working. We have the LinkedIn group as well, but basically we use WhatsApp. That's it. Nothing too complicated.
Lo-fi, yeah. Yeah, we use WhatsApp, Canva, and Zoom, and that's it.
Very interesting. And when you, I think, are in conclusion that there is an event, I think what you create, you invite customers, call them customers, or interested people from all regions to an online event. So there can be people from Spain to wherever. So you find a time slot that fits, so that all the different kind of people from different countries can join on the Zoom.
Yeah, we have found a space that is at the end of the day in Spain, and it's early morning in Latin America. Well, early morning, well, depending, no? It's morning in Latin America in some way. Yeah, that's normally the space. But yeah, we are exploring doing separate event as well. So if some people in South America, they want to do something, yeah, it's perfect also to reach more people, because not everyone is it's available at the time slots that they're normally using. So, but it's open for that as well, and that happens in their local hub, but also this is a platform. Basically, the Eco Hub is a platform, and there was something interesting I wanted to share. I think we have not mentioned. No, this name of Eco Hub, we started as the macro hub, as basically we were a lot of hubs working together, but macro was, well, it sounds like coming from the ego, right? So like we are the macro, we are the largest, and that was not the idea, no? And we were also, well, using Theory U on this. Well, we have a lot of Theory U practitioners in the group, and so we move from ego to eco, and that's the origin of the name, because we want to practice everything that we are doing, and we're practicing IDGs, but we're also practicing Theory U and the work that reconnects, and a lot of practices that are coming also with the people, and that's why when we open the events, we have two WhatsApp groups actually, the coordination group and the open group.
Beautiful.
And it also works like that. But we ask in the open group if somebody wants to come to facilitate, no, in one of the events, and it's what we have, that diversity of people. No? It's not only the coordination group is not exclusive for coordinators of hubs.
That's beautiful, Paco, and it actually gives rise to another question for me. are you working, because I know Andrea is or if I remember correctly, let me phrase it as a question. If I remember correctly, Andrea is a professor, right? Do you work in the educational field as well with your hub? And if so, what do you do?
In my hub, that is the U Lab and U Theory Hub, and Jesus is from there, and there are many people, Mary Jo, I don't know if she is still here, from Spain. We are we did the review process with the IDGs to see what is the best for our region, and we have been working on that for a year and a half. And in education, I work at the university, but I haven't been able yet to introduce that in my syllabus because I teach a completely different subject.
Okay, so you haven't, because that's what I was interested in, whether you had brought it to universities already or not.
Yeah, I am working on that, but as a conversation class, and the conversation topic is IDGs, but I cannot put it in the syllabus because the subject I teach is not yet open for that. It's quite a strict system.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Jesus, I see your hand.
Yes, I wanted to mention, because I'm a specialist in the Theory U, and I wanted to mention that from Theory U, we have the purpose of transforming the university. I mean, the way we learn. So we need to learn in the action. We need to learn in the enterprise. We need to learn in the social, in the city. We need to learn there, learning by action. So because that's the only way we learn. I mean, that's true, but we forgot that. And the universities has lost that. And we need to embrace that and transform the university in order to, because we know that the university is also like the source of knowledge. So that's true. And we need to embrace that and transform the university from there. That's something that the U School, it's a platform that is doing that.
Yeah,
and
that's the academy, right? That Otto Scharmer is setting up. But it's interesting because it sounds like a cultural thing as well. Because I know that
that is correct.
Around Europe, a lot of universities are working with IDGs right now. And if I talk to my native, the Netherlands, we are one of the pilot countries in the Global Learning for Sustainable Development training of the IDGs. There are 5 universities that are involved with that, and I am personally involved with one of them, where they are building an executive MBA with the IDGs involved as well. So it's interesting. And I know that, if I remember correctly, Klaus is working with the University of Bonn, right?
Yeah, and with Cologne. Yeah, with
Cologne, sorry, yeah.
But I think maybe one other element, and I think Magda and myself, we are in the Inner Development Goals Education Circle. And I think it is really great to see, and maybe Magda, we can invite the one or other, that really Southern American universities are very active on creating content in the IDG area. And maybe we need to make that more public, because this is really fantastic material what could be used. And I don't know if it's only in English. I think many of that is in English, but I'm pretty sure there is material from different countries as well in other languages. And Spanish, I'm pretty sure, and Portuguese, I think, is with it as well. Magda, maybe one word from your side.
This group was created because Ryder, who is the director from Sea Learning from Emory, this is a curriculum for education for kindergarten to university, so it can be used and adapt to any context. And then it was like a natural result to bring the IDGs into it, and then they started to develop the curriculum and invited more and more people that were interested in how to bring all this into education. So they're working now we're working to develop a curriculum that includes IDGs, and see it's a pilot. So same is flowing. We are like based on the knowledge that already they have in Emory with that program. So based on that, they're trying to bring all together. So yeah, I think should be more open, and maybe people start to try it as well. Yeah.
That sounds great. Now, sorry, I see two hands, Alejo and Marie. I am aware of the time. There were also some things that we needed to mention. So let's take one question, and then maybe Merve, I can pass it to you.
Actually, it's not a question. I just wanted to tell that I am also in the educational field. We're working with kindergarten, primary, middle school, and high school students. Here we are trying to integrate these IDG skills to our syllabus. We have a seed circle. It's called a seed circle here, and it also has an IDG circle in it. We try to integrate these into the syllabus. I hope we can. Thank you.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Very interesting. Thank you.
Amazing, thank you. Yeah. Alejo, if it's very short, we can do it. Otherwise, we move on to the things that we need to tell.
Yeah, it's very short. I just got contacted by an Argentinian kid that is studying leadership in Sweden in a university, and he was interested in IDGs because he has that subject in the curriculum, and got in touch with me because he wanted to know how he can help to widespread IDGs in Latin America.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Beautiful. Klaus, can I pass it on to you for some of the things that we would like to share?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Erika. Yeah, I mean, maybe just a heads up, because I think we have just heard today from the Eco Hub, which is a theme hub. And we are happy to announce that in Germany, we announced the birth of another theme hub this week. And this is the University of Stuttgart, with our IDG friend who is joining sometimes, I think, this Hub Dialogue, and this is Professor Michael Bach. And he has announced this week the foundation of the German theme hub, the IDG Water Hub Germany. And the purpose of these is a connection between personal development and global sustainability. And that is what we actually do. The IDGs connect with the SDGs. And water is of central importance within the United Nations Global Sustainability Goals. And the society urgently needs a different awareness of water. And this is where this hub is about.
We had Kristen Winters in our hub here, who is from the Water Hub, actually. So we will. It looks as if she has left now, but this is something that we will explore as well, and they would love to share with us what they are working on. I was with her in the first breakout, so
okay, yeah, that's wonderful. Great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any other from your side you want to say?
Yeah, maybe one other element. I think you maybe have heard that. I think as our hub numbers are growing so fastly, I think we are thinking to have a little kind of assessment going through that is coming through by the end of the month, to really learn a little bit about what you actually do in the hubs to serve you better. I think the main reason exactly for that is to really learn outside even the IDG Hub Dialogue calls, what you're doing, in what kind of facets you are doing that, in order in the future to help you much more in the way you work. And that is really, I think, one of the key elements. And please be tuned. I think that you get something, and please answer it, because it's in really your own interest that we know more about how you work and make the community more visible, make it searchable, and enable cross-fertilizations. That is what we really want to do to better serve you in future outside these monthly calls.
Yeah,
just to take that into account.
Thanks for that, Klaus. And maybe if I zoom out a little bit from that, we are doing a number of things right now on the global coordination team that Klaus and I are both members of. And all that we are doing is really making the value and the potential of the hubs and networks visible. So one is that we find out what hubs are doing, and the mapping exercise, as we call it, where you will be able to find each other. If you're in education, for instance, you will be able, after the summer, to see which other hubs around the world are involved in that too. Another exercise that I would like to draw your attention to is the fact that we will be inviting people, and there will be a format for that created by one of IDG's partners to share the beautiful stories of hubs that they know. And so the one that we've heard today is one of the beautiful stories. Why are we asking that? Because it's very important for the sustainability of our whole movement to make visible the value and potential, not in the least place to attract funding, but also to attract more people and to grow in a sustainable way. So that is on its way as well. And maybe I don't know if you have already heard that, but this year at the summit in October, there will be a space. We will be on the main platform, both on day 1 and day 2. So there will be space on day 1 for 3 to 5 hubs to tell their amazing stories. And there's a process going on which hubs those should be. And then on day 2, day 1, there will be 30 minutes. That of course is a very tight timed day. But day 2, there will be a whole track of 2 to 3 hours for hubs to showcase what is happening there as well. So as you can imagine, we at the Global Coordination Team are really happy with that, because it helps us to show the enormous brain power that we have with each other, right? Because that showcases today as well, how much knowledge we have together, and how if we learn from and with each other, the richness of that and the joy of that, basically. So yeah, more news about those things is going to come shortly, but yeah, this is on its way. So just that you know. And I'm looking at the clock. I see it's 16 minutes past 5 now. We will have time to have a little afterglow, but maybe out of respect for those people who need to leave at 5:30, maybe we can do a checkout and see how everybody has felt today and is leaving, basically. And since we are 21 people, it would be nice to hear some voices around that. You can put it in the chat as well, but it's always much nicer to hear it live.
Maybe one thing I want to add to that, what you said around the summit. What is as well planned is a kind of public viewing. So there will be an online version of the summit for all the people who are not coming to Sweden. Yeah, we want to give an active place, definitely also on the first day. Instead of sending videos of the hubs, we want to see the hubs live. Yeah. So when you are planning public viewings in your country, while you watching, I think, the summit all together in your hub, yeah, you can do that online, and you can do that and connect to us. And there will be some information coming this month how this is going to happen. Yeah? So that we all are here as a team connected also with those who are live and those who are in the public viewing. So be focused and hearing something around that, and I'll let you know later on how that will work.
Yeah, I love that actually, because last year there were also a lot of watch parties around the world, but they were not connected. Yeah. So this whole idea of connecting watch parties around the world and basically highlighting the fact that there may not only be 1,500 people in the circus in Sweden, but there are like 10,000 people around the world doing their own thing with the IDGs. It just showcases what a beautiful community we are building. So yeah, so to go back to the checkout, let's hear in a few words how you're leaving. Popcorn style.
Well, I'm leaving with, as always, fulfilled with love and connection.
Beautiful, Alejo. Thank you.
I'm living complete. Part of our mission and vision is sharing and inspiring. So we hope that, yeah, that's something that is also and open in case that you want to know more or create with us.
Beautiful.
I am grateful to our co-hub and my co-hub members and to you for the space to be heard and to be. I feel connected with all the IDGs. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I am leaving this meeting very hopeful and confident that we are finding a way to build a better future. And I thank for everyone who is trying to do this right now. Very excited.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I'm leaving this beautiful group of people that are committed with the new world that is emerging, and now I know it will happen.
Oh.
And I'm very grateful to be part of it. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you. And also thank you for the words what you put in the chat. It is also very nice to read. So
for me, I feel it's the first time I participate on something like that. Also, I've been following through LinkedIn and others. So I feel one side is on the thinking. So I feel more clear in my thinking. So I understood the rational and have my questions on more practical issues. So on my thinking, I feel more wise and more, like more information. But then also in the feeling, I feel like more connected and yes, being part as Jesus says, that's nice to be part of a group like that, be part of a movement. So I think I have both the feeling and the thinking leaving this room. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. How are you leaving?
Oh,
Patricia, I think it was Patricia wanted to say.
Okay, this is my first time. My English is not very well as yours. I am in Argentina. I have a factory. I am an owner of an SME named Homesalva. I want to explain to my, ¿cómo se dice? Cadena de valor, my value change, what I feel and what I am working about the SDGs. I feel that I have so much to do in me and in my community of industrials in a very hard moment in Argentina. But with you, with this community, I will do it. I know I do it. I will do. My English is not well, excuse me.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you for your commitment as well. That's great. Yeah. And Ava Maria, I see your hand.
Thank you. Our common unity is a fact, but here I'm feeling how it is flourishing, and I love it. Thank you so much.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you.
and I'm feeling very hopeful. And again, just reconfirming we are not alone. You know, sometimes we have the feeling that we are on our own, that we are alone. And this kind of platforms and opportunities to share and do something is like, yeah, it reminds me that I'm definitely not alone, and we are not alone. So we're in this together. So I'm very hopeful.
Yes, we are. Thank you. Noelle, I'd love to hear from you.
Thanks, Erica. I was about to raise my hand as well. Thanks for the Eco Hub. I would like to thank them first, and also my request to the Eco Hub on behalf of the Asia Wisdom Network, that to invite you guys to share your experience with our network with 28 hubs from 10 countries in Asia, together with many Asian friends who are living in Europe or in North America. So I'll contact you guys after this call. I capture, the screen that who are you are coming from the Eco Hubs. Thanks again. Thank you for sharing your experience, and thank you for all the friends staying this time, holding this 1.5 hours for all of us to hear each other. I agree with Magda said that it is actually inspiring for me, energizing in a way that we know that so many people around, and that we are not alone, and that we feel the energies to continue to do what we see meaningful for our world. And I agree with what Jesus mentions, that it gives us hope. I'm sure without hope, we wouldn't do what we are doing for IDG. It is a very, very uneasy journey, and it is a very, very unconventional journey. No matter where we are, whether we are in a developed or developing world, is something very, very unconventional, and it is only understandable by a small group of people. So I'm quite sure whether we are new to this journey or we already years in this journey, we still have this feeling. So thank you. Thanks again. And I want to thank one more for all the friends around in organizing this hub dialogue. I know how much work it is. It's a lot of coordination work, it's a lot of preparation work. It is not just, with all of us, but also within their core team in organizing it. My sincere thanks to all of you who is here or not here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Noelle. Much appreciated. Yeah.
Nicholas?
I saw your hand, and then I saw Nicholas, but you took your hand down. Is there something you would like to share?
Yeah, I'm really grateful for all our presence today and this beautiful connection. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm leaving inspired and setting up our current tourism network, mostly between Europe and Asia. I feel very happy to see what's happening in other parts of the world, in Latin America. And this is really confirming that the IDG movement is all around. I just connected with Andrea, and I love the general attitude of everyone joining, being open for connections. And this is what that's all about. So I leave inspired, glad to see some faces for the second or third time, also confirming like you're starting to get into the community. That's great. At the same time, meeting other very inspiring fellow co-minded people to connect with and bring that initiative further.
Thank you. Beautiful. So Sebastian, how are you leaving?
Actually, in silence. This was my feeling for today. Just silence and awareness, presence. I guess this was my role for today, holding the space.
Thank you.
For me, it's also a big thanks to the group who has presented here as a team, and they have really showed up as a team, even if one person was missing. It was an excellent show what you did. I think we could really see, feel, and grab, I think, that you are a unity of people, that you're grown together, that you have your hearts together, and that is really coming from the inside out, and we could feel that. Yeah, we could. I very seldom, I think, have really felt this energy, and this across countries so far away from each other, in an easy way of doing. Yeah, it's not so much technology behind it, and it works. It was fantastic. So really, thank you for that energy, and it is a showcase also for others to say, let's just do it. Don't think too much about the how and the technology and the difficulties. Let's do it. The energy is there. So thank you for that wonderful time we had with you.
And I wanted to share a little bit more in this low-cost version of Unity. So we're going to take a photo, but just put your hands in a position like this, and we're going to be all together, touching each other.
Ah, yeah, we're touching.
Let me just capture this, and that's it. It's going to be in 3, 2, 1, now. Thank you very much. I share this with you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Paco. And I just want to, in really closing, because we are 5:30 now, I want to echo Klaus's words. It was a joy to be with you today and to hear and to feel the energy that you are creating, because I think that is the most important, what you are doing together. You're sharing energy. That's the regenerative part that was truly palpable and very beautiful, and a very big inspiration to all of us. So I want to thank you to the whole team of the Hub Regenerativo e Compasivo. We will have our next session in 4 weeks' time, the last session before the summer, on the 5th of July, with the Asian Wisdom Hub, with Noelle and others from her team. So we're really looking forward to seeing you all again then. For those who have time, we will be staying a little behind. For those who don't have time to stay behind, thank you so very much for your time and your presence here, and the connectedness. The two words that were most palpable in the Menti, they were very present for me today as well, and I think for everybody to feel. So thank you, and see you next time.